If you've come across this tutorial, I'm assuming that you already have a number of clips that you want to put into Premiere and use in a multi-camera sequence. However, I'm also going to assume that those clips contain an audio track that needs syncing. There are other methods of bringing in clips into Premiere using multi-camera techniques that use other sort of syncing methods, but in this case, I'm going to use audio. So let's import the media to start. So I can do that by double-clicking here or right-clicking and going to import. And I have my two clips. I'm just using two for simplicity here. One's a product shot and one is the main camera. And I'm going to open those, and that imports them as usual into my sort of media area here, my project area. Then I'm going to select both those clips, and creating that initial multi-camera project really is as easy as doing create multi-camera source sequence down in this menu option. So right click on both those clips and do create multi-camera source sequence. Now in these options here, because I know that both of my clips have the same audio track on them, although the timing is completely off on them, it doesn't matter because Premiere will sort that out. As long as I select here audio as my way of synchronizing these clips, and I'm going to put that audio into track channel 1. Click OK, it'll process those clips, and then what I get is my multi-camera sequence here, but I also get a folder with my process clips in, which contains my two original clips. Now I need to bring that sequence into Premiere itself, so I can just drag that over into my timeline area, and I'll just expand that out using Alt and just bringing up those a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. And as I scroll through here, you see that this is only using the main camera. I don't have any kind of multi-camera option here. Well, that's where you need to enable this small button here. And if you don't see it, which it isn't normally enabled by default in the views that Premiere comes with, you just need to click on this plus button here and add it in. So just drag it into this area here, click OK, and then toggle it to on. And what you see then is your multi-cameras, and you can just switch between them. And switching between them when you're not playing will cause no problems at all. You can just have a look at each of them. As soon as you press play, it then starts capturing any changes that you make to that camera view. So if I press play now, in fact, I'm just going to mute the audio on there. If I press play now, I can just switch from that camera to that camera, and then back to that camera again, and back to that camera again. Don't know why I'd want to do that so quick, but you get what I mean. And then stop. And if I zoom in now to this area on my timeline, you can see that it's captured those three sections of camera change perfectly. And you can make adjustments to those as you wish. You know, you can just deal with those as you would any other clip, I suppose. So if you want to keep it on this product shot and want to get rid of this camera change entirely, well, you can undo that, or you can just literally click those and drag that clip out again, and then you've just got that one change in place. You can play around with that as much as you want. You can also use the number buttons, so the numbers on the keyboard, to change cameras rather than just using the mouse. Either is as good as each other, doesn't make any difference. So I can just switch between them by pressing 1 on the keyboard here and pressing 2 on the keyboard. And I'm just going to change back a second and show you one more thing too. If I now zoom in on my clip here, if I'm playing this, I might now think, oh, actually, I want to leave it on the shot of myself while I'm playing it. I might just want to kind of carry on with that shot. I might say, oh, I didn't want to change that back. So yes, I can change it by taking out this clip manually, but I can also change it by hitting this camera again, so hitting camera 1 again, and forcing it to kind of re-record, recapture that section. So if I just press play again now, as I hit 1 again, this changes to red, and it will now recapture that and is wiping over that camera change in that edit. And so if I press stop, you'll see that I've only got that one camera change, and it just stays on me then, continuing onwards. The next problem we've got with this shot is that it's overexposed. So my face is just overexposed there. The problem is, if I change anything in this particular clip, it's going to potentially change both this and this. If I start using any grading here, I need to change the source clip. And the way I do that is by going into the process clips here on the left-hand side and double-clicking on this original source MP4 clip, and then it opens up in the source monitor here, and that's where I need to apply the effect. So if I go to effects now, and I'm going to just apply an RGB curve to this, just drag that effect onto the clip, and just pull the exposure, just pull the highlights down a little bit. You'll see that as I turn this on and off, if you watch the multi-camera window, you'll see that that clip is being affected, but the radio, the sort of product shot there on the right, isn't changed at all. So that's how you grade clips individually in a multi-camera shot. So hopefully that's enough to get you started. It's dead easy to do, and it creates a really professional looking result. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.